Okay, hey guys. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Got my microphone here. Let me make sure my sound is up as high as it can go. So just someone let me know that you can hear me okay, and then I'll begin the video. So this is a reading about Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was just found dead. I don't know the details. Hey Angela, can you hear me okay? Okay, cool. I haven't been able to watch the news as much as I like. So this reading is going to, it's just I don't know how quick it's going to be. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm very much channeling today, but I wanted to bring you Moscow Mitch, my reading on Moscow Mitch, but that's going to have to wait. Hopefully I'll be able to get to it tomorrow. Jeffrey Epstein was found dead. Not sure what the details are on that, but I did lay some cards for myself this morning. And sometimes when I look at my cards, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at a whole nother language and I just don't know. And then something will trigger and I'll get it. And this is not my story. This is Epstein's story, but then there's some of my stuff in here too. But whatever. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. What are the details around his death? So, excuse the notes that I have on my tarot cards in order to save some time, because you guys know that I will type out information as it's coming to me and then get it organized because I read in layers and things get really kind of complicated sometimes. Today I just decided to put some removable labels here on my cards to just kind of like guide me so I can stay focused, and hopefully I will get all the details and won't miss anything and can share it all with you. So before we begin, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please join me on Patreon, support the channel. Please help spread the word about my channel because I am not getting visibility enough, and I really think that I should. I think that I've called his death in the last two readings that I did. However, maybe they were vague or direct. I feel I definitely called this happening. In any of my Epstein videos, we saw it coming. We knew there was going to be another attack. And in my video last week, I said that someone was going to get rubbed out. So I'm calling this stuff left and right, guys. So make sure to spread my videos with your friends. I'm not going to be looking at the comments because I'm trying to get into the reading. All right, I've said the spiel. If you hit the like button already, I appreciate it. And you're going to join me on Patreon. You're going to support the channel. You're going to donate. There's a donate button on the home page. You're going to leave your comments, and you're going to spread the word. All right, let's begin the reading. We've got the Sun. We've got the Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Lovers, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, Ten of Swords, some clarifiers, Nine of Swords. I don't know if you can see it. The World. And then some other questions up here, which I may or may not get into because this is going into a whole nother reading for this week. High exposure, the Sun. Visibility. Powerful, powerful. Attention. People who have a lot of attention, a lot of power, a lot of success. Famous. There was just too much exposure, right? And these messages being sent back and forth communication, they wanted to block communication. They wanted to block him from saying something, right? But it's too late, okay? Because everybody's a backstabber when you're playing dirty. Guys, this reading is too intense, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can share everything I see here with you because it might get me killed, okay? But this stuff is old. Me off. They're cutting me off. They don't want me to say it. All right, let me just stick with the story. Let me stick with the story. All right. It was someone powerful behind this, but more than one, multiple, multiple powerful people. Okay, this is not organized, so it's coming out all disjointed. I'm sorry. But somebody very powerful put this into action, moved this forward to block communication. Sad about past actions, regretful, looking back at a shameful past, disgraceful past, shameful actions. And they didn't want it to get exposure. Too much to lose, and very upset. And I feel like this is the energy of many people putting pressure on a person of power to make this happen, right? Here we've got, oh, and by the way, this wasn't just young girls, guys. This was a lot of young boys too involved in these sexual, this sexual abuse. God, how do I even say? I don't even want to say this. Ancient society here. Lots of children, boys and girls. And there was begging and pleading. I don't think Epstein wanted to die. He was begging. Okay, if this was suicide, death, murder, it was murder by suicide, right? It wasn't suicide like I want to take my life. I don't want to live. It was it was it was murder by suicide. Is that yeah, murder by suicide. It was persuasion. It was, I feel it would had something to do with some kind of poison or pill, although there might be body. Um, but if they're saying it was a suicide, and I don't know the details, it was a murder by suicide, okay? Here's the hitman right here. You see the hitman? The Knight of Swords. Okay. I'm all over the place. Um, had something to do with, by the way, presidents, kings, world leaders, businessmen, influential businessmen, um, people who fund the leaders, who fund them, all involved, ancient society. And the child is responsible. The child leader here, the Trump is behind this. Yes, because he wanted to protect himself, protect his son, protect his friend. This was a quick moving response to protect and to save myself, my children, my friends, my society, my lifestyle, my campaign. An act of passion carried out, a big dilemma for the Gemini. Life altering, the end of someone's world. The end of someone's world. Mental torment and anger, the energies, the ultimate closure, the ultimate end of someone's world. It's a new low. Many friends involved supported this action, wanted this done, wanted this taken care of. And let's get into the Sibyllas. Again, we have a child. The Bambino reversed. A child, children who are lost, who do not have privilege, boys and girls, but mostly boys. And this also can represent potential rubbed out young children, abused, neglected, mistreated, aborted, adopted. Okay, that's what it can represent. And you guys know I read in layers. So all this shit applies. And it's next to the president card, right? Which can represent more than one president, right? It's an illegitimate one, a false one, a cruel one, a cruel leaders without passion in their character, in their spirit. They have no spirit, they have no soul. Grand Signore is president. There's presidents responsible. Presidents, leaders, kings responsible. Elected men, men of power and position responsible behind it all. Not just one, but several. And some ancient society, elite, wealthy members, all protecting and defending their bad past that they don't want to get out. They didn't want it to get out. But it's too late because they're all a bunch of backstabbers, right? They're all a bunch of backstabbers. They're all, at the end of the day, only concerned about themselves. And if you whack me, I'm going to whack you, okay? So I think there were some messages sent. If something happens to me, make sure this information gets out, and there's stuff coming, been sent, already sent, and more coming, more information coming out, right? Secrets, information that he had. But Mr. Barr is on the scene. Oh, Mr. Barr is on the scene. He's already sprung into action, right? Because he wants to make sure he gets a hold of this information and destroys my, because I put my little note on top of it, but the cups are all destroyed. He wants to destroy it to help protect and save. Why? Because he or his father has connections, deep connections to all this. There's blackmail here. There's so many levels, guys. I can't even. And I'm just letting it roll, you know? I'm not trying to hold back. Be controlled. I know you may not have ever heard me talking like this, but I have not like controlled it for you. I'm just letting it come out, okay? And I know it might sound crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. Why did he kill himself? Too many powerful people involved, kings, presidents. He had too much knowledge. He was too strongly connected. But I do think that one day there will be clarity because the sun is present. Maybe quite soon. Eight of Wands. What was stuck is going to start moving soon. All right. I think Epstein sent messages. Messages have been sent, sprung into action upon his death. Untimely, unexpected. And I think that's why Barr is making announcements now in the news, why he's going to be more directly involved in helping controlling what was brought to light. He's going to control and destroy evidence. I really do feel he's going to somehow, there's so many followers, guys. Did I tell you Trump is a cult leader? I've been telling you that since Inauguration Day. Okay? But it's beyond that. It's beyond that. This is like a worldwide thing. Let me stop. Reverse Grand Signore is a presidential office, right? A leader. It's someone who abuses their power. It's a rich, powerful man or leader, abuser of power and trust, someone who shows violence and anger towards those who are dependent upon them, these children. This is stuff about next week. I'll get into another reading later. I'll pull up the same cards. We'll talk about what's coming up this week because that's coming up now, but I don't want to go there, right? This is someone who is a coward inherently, a bully, prone to lower passions and vices. Epstein had all the information, right? So he had to be taken out. If they couldn't bail him out, which they tried to. They tried to because he was their friend. They tried to protect him. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to protect myself. So he had to go. These immoral, bankrupt men, bankrupt of total spirit, care, and compassion for anyone but themselves. These are men you don't cross because they're going to cross you or work against your better interest. Ultimately, they will betray your trust. And so I see betrayal here, even from those who are helping this false president. They're all subject to the same blackmail. They've all signed the contract with their Lucifer worship here. They've all signed the contract, okay? Oh man. There's baby sacrifices. It goes big, guys. It goes deep. This shit. They can't let this shit get out. It's not going to come out. I don't know. But I feel like Epstein sent information, but they're going to do everything they can to squash it. This is because this is too damaging. They can't. This is too damaging. Yeah. But there's a lot of interest and focus now. A lot of people looking at this. A lot of people paying attention, and so expect some other shit to go down real soon to distract you. Okay? And these are world powers here, so it's going to be big. By the way, I'm seeing here that Trump, this cult leader, has this mass following. I don't know. I'm feeling things, but I don't want to put them into words yet. Let me just say this. I feel he's in trying to incite the race wars. He's trying to incite the violence. He's trying to incite. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Let me stop and stay focused on Epstein. These are men you don't cross. You don't cross. And ultimately, they betray each other. Trust is betrayed. Anyone offering to help the situation, which is Barr or someone else, is in it for only personal reasons and personal gain because they themselves are implicated, right? Or someone around them, relative to them, is implicated. They're trying to protect themselves or their personal interests, right? Um, and like I said, this child abuse, these sacrifices of children, on whatever level you want to take that, okay? Literal, figurative, however you want to take it. I don't care. I'm just using the words that are coming to my mouth. This also represents Satan himself. And the mass appeal, the wealth and the power and the riches which is offered, the positions and the power that was offered for these immoral acts. Some deep, dark spiritual shit here. And they're all protecting themselves and that from getting out from too much. It's like a vortex of negativity. Once you accept one bite of the apple, baby, you got to eat the whole thing. And they are in it to win it. It's not going to be. Trump can't win the popular vote. Guys, he's going to have to steal it like he stole it last time. That's where all of our energy needs to be focused on protecting our votes. But he's shifting and changing the inner interiors and all the workings. All the look at Barr. Barr is about to fuck with justice again, and keep information that Epstein has from us. Scarred for life is what is these cards are saying. These people are scarred for life. These children are scarred for life. If they survive it, they're scarred forever. The old woman represents Trump and his actions, but it also represents other people it also involved who are sharing this energy, these immoral men. And the old woman, and women too, the old woman card represents very prejudiced, biased energy, racially prejudiced, judiciously biased. A person who wants to control everything and everybody. This is a dictator. And it occurred to me, guys, about the time of the Walmart, Texas shooting, that Trump is no longer trying to be a dictator. Trump has embodied the energy, has become it, the dictator. Okay? The time it's happening. Okay? It's happening. And all the things that dictators do to keep control is going to be in front of your face. And you still haven't woken up. You still don't realize it. And I'm so frustrated. I'm fucking frustrated. Nobody's listening. Nobody's getting the messages. Nobody's listening. Nobody's getting the messages. They can't get through. They're blocked. Barr is blocking the message. Barr is blocking the documents, blocking information for his friend because he's implicated too. Families are implicated. Rich, wealthy families, world powers, world leaders, and kings, and dark arts. And a lot of like aborted babies. I'm seeing like definitely an abortion around Trump. He doesn't want it to get out. It might be in relation to one of these molestations. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not psychic. I'm just a card interpreter, and I just feel what I feel when I feel it. But back to the character of these people, Trump and these immoral men, and Putin, of course, is the main one. If there's anyone higher, they're really they're really mysterious. They feel Putin is the guy. If there might be someone behind him, but it's really dark, 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 and hidden. Jesus. And they just want a world of intolerance and hate. That's what they worship for their power. So to get their power, that's what they worship. Intolerance and hate. That's the energy that they worship. Lucifer was called the angel of light, the brightest light in heaven, guys. I can't even begin. There's like a society of followers and believers, and their whole life is in danger, literally and figuratively. Reputation wise, they had to kill him to maintain their past from getting out and to hold on to their control and their power. And there's something coming towards Trump or Trump Jr. or both, some accounting coming towards them soon. Barr and Trump are trying to fix and change the situation for their betterment, right? They're manipulating to fix or change the situation. It could be coming towards all three of them, this whatever this is. A move to separate. Probably impeachment. Ugh. But also there's more family separation. There's more family tearing apart. There's more children being scarred. This is stuff that's coming up next week. I have to look into it a little bit deeper on another reading. I can't do it right now. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Will that woman Maxwell ever be exposed or charged for her assistance to Epstein in recruiting children to abuse? Um, I feel that there are helpers or protectors around her that will help her to ghost herself, that go invisible. It's either that or kill her too. Okay? All right. All right, that's the reading, guys. I know it's unusual, an unusual one. I hope it wasn't too incoherent. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to continue to support the channel. Even though I'm not here as much, I'm still here, and I need you to spread my channel to your friends. All right, love and blessings to you all. Thank you. Bye.